We have a staff presentation on this one coming up. Approval of purchase of playground equipment for Stephenson Park from Landscape Structures on state contract NASPO SW0111L for $719,334. Mr. Moore, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Casey Moore. I put on my interim Parks Director hat and talk to you about Stephenson Park Playground. I want to show you kind of what we're looking at doing and talk a little bit about how that fits into the overall project of Stephenson Park. So we will jump right in. So as you're aware, we are undergoing a multi-million-dollar basically reimagining, refurbishing of Stephenson Park. It's the third major renovation of the park since it was developed in 1892. The last one was in the 1970s. So as anyone that's been by there knows, there is a significant amount of work happening in the area, especially related to drainage and stormwater detention. So that work is ongoing right now. Will immediately be followed up by quite a bit more work. What we're talking about specifically today is this playground area, which is right here. Just for reference, if you're familiar with how the park looked before we tore it all up recently, the playground traditionally fills a much smaller space. And so kind of in this area, obviously we had the historic rocket ship slide, which we've talked about ad nauseum over years, and then a much more underwhelming playground that goes along with that. So what we're looking to do with this purchase is honestly set the tone for this playground and this park for coming generations and future decades. So we're going to be talking about this area here, and then also we'll have one thing right up in this area as well as part of this project. So what you see here, this is kind of the layout, and it's actually changed just a little bit since we got this. So this is that area that I just showed you up there. Let me take you back and show you. So that's the same shape as this. Here you have one large play structure, another large play structure. We've got swings. This is actually going to be 3 bays of swings instead of 2, and some other small play structures here. Additionally, underneath all of this, where traditionally in this playground we've had wood chips, which are great for getting in your shoes. This will actually be a poured surface that'll be covered with a soft material, so it'll be more accessible for more people to use. So here is what we're looking at, and just for some background, we presented this to Parks Board. Parks Board had a couple of options they looked at, unanimously wanted to go with this option, so that's why I'm showing you this one. We have the other one if you want to see it as well, but wanted to show you kind of this is what they are proposing. So still kind of have that space theme if you think about the rocket ship slide that was put out there, but this is more 2020s space theme. Think more Mars landing lunar equipment. So this is the smaller of the two pieces here. This is the larger piece. This is the one that every kid's going to want to come play on. At the top, that's 25 feet high, so roughly about the same height as the rocket ship slide, but you can actually get to the top of this one and play inside of it. Then we'll have the 3 bays of swings over here as well. Got this little teeter-totter. This one is geared more for younger kids. This one is geared for older kids, so we try to hit different age groups as well. Here's more of a close-up of this. You got all this where you can climb, and you climb up into these, and you can climb all through these, and then you have the 2 massive slides that come down. If you're familiar with when the first rocket ship slide came down well over a decade ago, and they put up the new space-themed thing in Chitwood Park. Very similar, a much bigger play piece with large slides coming off of it. So if you like to go fast, or if you like to go in circles, there you go. You have both of those things. Bless you.
Casey, I'm assuming
Let me go back.
Is the slide metal?
It is stainless steel. We have been told because it's tubular, it will not get blazing hot,
Right.
which has been one of the issues if you go out to the rocket ship slide in the middle of summer. It can get very hot and just burn you all the way down. We've heard that from decades of people. So yes, this is stainless steel, but since it is enclosed, we're told that the heat will not be an issue. This is, let me go back here really quick. So I talked about we're also going to have something up in this area here. And that is what you're looking at here, this will be every kid's favorite thing in the park, and I'm not sure about the adults, but it may be also. So this is one of those things where you can go over and you can make music. And so we know that this is the trend nationwide, these sort of interactive play toys. So we'll have that kind of in that little space as well, just off of the playground. And I think that's it as far as pictures go. This is being funded out of ARPA dollars. When you all looked at ARPA projects, one of the things that was identified was up to $1 million in qualified census tracts for parks, and Stephenson Park does fit within that. This was not part of the original Stephenson Park project, and that was by design so that we could go out and use state contract for this. So the plan is this will be purchased. We don't have to bid this. This will be purchased off a state contract. So upon approval, we'll be ready to go with this within the next week if this is what you'll like to do. We think that this is going to set the tone and hopefully be the memorable toy for the next couple of generations of people that experience the park. So really excited about it. Questions?
This is such a unique park to so many in Edmond and so much history. I thought it was going to be a huge challenge coming back with something unique to satisfy the community there, and I think you've hit that mark. So thank you.
Yeah, and a lot of credit goes to our staff, specifically Gary Johnson, who handles a lot of this stuff, and he's worked hand in hand with the vendor on this, and he's done a great job with this project. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Casey, will this be completed when the park's completed, or what's the timing for this?
So the thought is we'll get going with this, and they should open pretty close to one another. If we can get this ordered pretty quickly by not having to bid out and using the state vendor, the thought is that when the park reopens for use, this will be pretty close to being ready to go as
Park
well.
is scheduled to reopen, what, spring?
In the spring, yes. Yeah.
Which spring?
I think we got a promise from,
The upcoming spring.
Thank you.
from the developer. I think we got a promise on video.
What's
I
that?
said, I think we got a promise on video on the day of the,
Yeah, on the groundbreaking,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So everything, the contractor's working hard out there, trying to get everything ready to go by this spring. Fingers crossed that obviously everything that they need is available.
Just for the record, I want to go down the fast side.
Yes. Maybe for the ribbon cutting, you can be first in line, and we'll let you go down the fast slide.
I will.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.